Hello and welcome everyone, my name is Gio from Switchrpg.com. Today we are playing Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous on the Nintendo Switch. This is the cloud version. Now I know this might not be accessible for a lot of people, or some people anyway. Me on the other hand, I am playing on a wired connection, so I have the kind of the best possible way to play it. So for me, it's not so much of a concern, but the Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous is finally on the console version. Now, it comes with, I think my version comes with, and maybe all of them, comes with 4 DLCs. I believe there are other paid DLCs that I do not have. Now, a little bit of backstory. I have played Pathfinder 3.5e tabletop, so I'm somewhat familiar. This is a version, I believe it's Pathfinder 2.0 or Pathfinder 2. So it's a little bit of version, but I think some of the verbiage I'll pretty much understand, although there might be some things where I'll wonder where the heck is it, and it's not there yet because it's in the 3.5e version, or I'll wonder why are they still doing it this way because it's in the 2.0 version, whatever. Anyway, I'm very excited to play this game. Now, there are a couple of ways to play it. There's real-time with pause, and also turn-based. I am going to try and play it mostly turn-based, so if that's not your thing, I apologize. The thing of it is, with me on a console, real time with pause gets really hectic, and without having that mouse to really kind of move things a lot easier, turn-based mode is really the way to play it on a console. Now, it's not to say it's impossible to play it with real time with pause, and for those people who like to play their old school CRPGs that way, I mean, that's totally on to you. But this game was made available by Owlcat Games for me, so really shout out to them. So as you can see, this is the cloud version, so service has started, and it appears there was a connection issues that they kind of resolved and identified. Unfortunately, that's kind of what we're going to have to deal with when you have a cloud version, always having to kind of stream information in and out. Unfortunately, this is what's going to happen. So let's hit play game. This game uses cloud streaming technology and a stable and permanent internet connection is required to play. As I've said, I have that. If your connection becomes unstable, the servers will disconnect after a few minutes. So hopefully we do not run into that. Here we go. Alright, before we actually take place, I do want to mention a few things. I am going to leave in a lot of the download screens, things of that nature, because I want people to understand what the real process is, and especially with my connection being probably the most optimal, I want people to kind of get an idea as to what to expect. Also, another thing, if you followed along the channel, please and thank you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also, just a kind of minor update, I have been going through some minor health issues that is affecting my eyesight, so reading has not always been my strongest suit, so now to complicate matters I don't see as well, so but I'm playing anyway. Gamma correction, I think for the most part we are gonna just stick with what the defaults are. I will tell you that do not adjust your television sets. This is blurry, and it's not my eyesight, I don't believe. Alright, so let's also got continue new game credits license. Let's take a look at some of these settings here. Languages. going to run through these here so people get an idea as to what languages are available. Excellent, excellent. All right, so font size. We'll just increase that a little bit, just to try and help me out. Camera rotation speed. I always feel like I need to move that up a little bit on some things, but we'll go 1.2. See how that goes. Yep. We're gonna stick with all the tutorials in here. As I said, I am a little bit familiar with Pathfinder, except this is 2.0, so I do want to make sure I don't miss anything. So these are just the game settings. We're not into combat or anything or controls, are we? Oh, here we go. Controls. All right, I'll try to remember some of this. There's a lot. If you've seen Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous on a PC, if you've watched some of the gameplay, there's a lot of information on the screen almost at all times. So I'm really curious how playing this on a controller, or only a controller, is going to affect this gameplay. Alright, graphics. Camera shakes, sure. Gamma correction, contrast, protopania. Nope. Oh, a lot of accessibility options. Pretty cool. And then what do we have? Sound. Voice dialogue. Hopefully it's mixed well and I don't have to really mess with a lot of this stuff here. Usually the voice volume gets kind of drowned out, so we'll see about that. Double volume. You kind of hear the difference maybe on your end. There definitely is a difference. Frequency of character voice response all the time. Pause between music tracks in turn-based mode. Let's see, when this option is able, a pause will be added between music tracks during I don't think that's necessary. Alright, so let's see here. We could escape. Did it save any of my settings? It did. Okay. Credits, licenses. Enough talk. Let's go. We as the developers are always striving to improve our work. To do this, we need information that would blah, 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 blah. Since the game is Unibase, would you like to opt in? Yeah, I'll give my hand here. Alright, so these maybe are the DLCs? You don't... Oh, yeah, these are the paid DLCs. You don't own this yet. Alright. Oh, wow. Okay. So these are the game difficulty options. There are quite a bit here. I'm gonna go normal for now. I believe you can actually change this in the game. Critical hits, let's make it brutal. No, we'll do some of the main stuff here. Number of enemies, standard. So yeah, we're gonna go normal for now, but I believe you can change this during the game. Kind of going for the thing. All right, cool. Main story. Hit Y. All right, I've already done this. Hit Y again. All right, did hit Y. There we go. Okay, now I have put in some time into what I wanted to do. Okay, and even then I'm like, oh man, I'm not sure what class. I want to do something I've never done before. Now I've had battle mages, I've had paladins, I've had a lot of characters. So these are some of the pre-generated stuff. I've never done a cavalier. Those actually that might be kind of cool. I've done a rogue, but very short time, so that could kind of be cool. A gnome rogue. Why don't we go with a gnome rogue, but we'll make it ourselves. Ooh, a tiefling slayer. That's actually really cool. What does that even look like? Oh no. That's the okay, so if I don't want to pick it, okay, yeah, I want to see it. Skilled at tracking down target, slayers are consummate hunters living for the chase and the deadly stroke that brings it to a close. Slayers spend most of their time honing their weapon skills, studying the habits and anatomy of foes, and practicing combat maneuvers. Okay, but like I said, I do like this. No, cancel. Can I see this? I did hit A. Yeah, there's kind of a delay in here. Rogues excel at moving about unseen and catching foes unaware, and tend to avoid head-to-head combat. Their very skills and abilities allow them to be highly versatile with great variations in expertise existing between different rogues. Most, however, excel in overcoming hindrances of all types, from unlocking doors and disarming traps to outwitting magical hazards and cunning, dull-witted opponents. That really doesn't kind of sound interesting. Slayer kind of does. Custom character. Let's go. Let's figure this out. Custom character. Alright, hit next. Alright, so we get to choose kind of a portrait. I guess it's really going to depend on what we want to do. Is this like a fox or a sylvan? What is this? I wonder if there's any... I don't know what the racial traits are. Is this just a portrait? We got put down here, Kingmaker. Oh, so this is the previous game, Kingmaker. Looks like the portraits are there as well. Ooh, I like this one. Huh. Alright, I made my decision. I'm going Dark Elf. Is there a Dark Elf? I don't like that because I want to wield a spear or something. Give me a Dark Elf. You kind of look like a Dark Elf over here. Are you a Dark Elf? Maybe. More vampiric than anything. Alright, I guess we just gotta make a decision here. No custom options. What is you? Yeah, I guess I'll go with you. Nope, we're not going alchemist. I'm gonna make my current character. This is so freaking boring too. I don't care. I'm gonna make my current character that I'm doing in D&D Beyond, which is an Drow Elf or Dark Elf paladin. She wields a spear or glaive, but whatever. It is what it is. This is what we're doing. Let's see what we have here. So obviously some of these options are very different from D&D Beyond. I'm gonna have to go through some of these. Divine Guardian devotes herself to the protection of guardianship of one creature at a time. I kind of want like a really broad buff and debuff character. So let's see if we can get that. Most paladins rush into battle, meeting their foe toe to toe. Not really. Divine Scion. Divine Scions are paladins who improve their battle prowess not only through faith, but also through knowledge. What else we got here? Level 3. I want to see what they get a little earlier. Study target. Stonelord. Stonelord is devoted to Sentinel of Dwarves, Enclaves, drawing the power of the earth, protect for people. It's kind of what I want to do, actually. Although it does remove Smite Evil. I feel like that's all we're going to play in this is smiting evil. Although, like I did say, this is kind of what I wanted. What do we got? What else we got? Some paladins use their gifts to focus on holy light that shines within their souls. With the gifts of purity and redemption, these paladins spend much of their lives helping other people. True path. Smite Evil alignment restriction. What's a martyr? Every paladin's code instructs him to put the welfare before others. Inspire courage. Can I see what that does? Expand. There we go. I can't see. I want to see what Stigmata does. I guess that's not important right now. Divine Scion. Did I see what this does? Divine Scions are paladins. Yeah, I did. It is kind of boring how to play a paladin. Kineticist. Blood kineticist. That sounds interesting. Alright. So blood kinesis, the water in the creature's blood is just like any other sort. Some kineticists who are loath to suffer consequences channel their powers to study the darkest esoteric energies of the planes and use their souls to fuel the occult. The spiritual tortures these dark elementals inflict on their victims' souls are horrifically selfish acts, on par with the actions of demons. I think I've made my choice. I think I'm going Dark Elementalist. I did it. Alright, what is next? Although, wait, what is a Kinetic Knight? Wait a minute. Kinetic Knight dons armor and wields a blade of elemental energy. I like it. Although I'm reading now what most kineticists channel energy of elements other. The body of our kineticists channels minds. I mean, this is kind of cool too, but let's get something where we can get some melee action going on here. Alright, so we're going Kinetic Knight. So we're going to be in the face of a lot of people. So our class skills are Persuasion, Use Magic Device, and Perception. Alright, here's... I don't know if Dark Elves are in this. Alright, so we're looking at some of the racial traits here. I don't know if I can change any of that. I mean, the better thing to do would be going this way. And then I can add +2 to any ability score when I'm doing my construction of my character's abilities. I mean, that's always really beneficial. Although the halflings and... I mean, not the halflings, but the half-orcs get to kind of do that too. Half-elf and half-orc. But these guys get oak ferocity, intimidation... so half-orcs are kind of cool. I actually play a few half-orcs, and I like them. Dhampirs are also kind of cool. Actually been wanting to play a Dhampir in the new D&D Beyond. Just haven't been able to do it. A half-living creature, children of vampires birthed by human females. Dhampirs are progenies of both horror and tragedy. The circumstances of Dhampirs' conception are often called into question, but scarcely understood, as a few mortal mothers survive their childbirth. So what are some of the benefits of having that? Can I see that? No, down. Here we go. Presented here are alternative Dhampir descended from a player may choose from one of the following heritages. So I don't have that yet. Negative energy affinity. Through the living creature, Dhampir reacts to positive and negative energy as if they were undead. Positive energy harms them, while negative energy heals them. That is kind of a pain to have to deal with. Dhampir is immune to energy drain effects. Dhampirs gain a +2 racial bonus on saving throws against disease and mind effects. So kind of cool stuff. I don't know if I want to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do this. I mean, I get +2 to any ability score. And I get +2 bonus on the ability of my choice. I don't get a lot of the great, like when leveling up, I don't get a lot of the great stuff, but that's okay. I do get keen senses and elven immunities, which is kind of cool. Elves are immune to magic sleep effects and gain +2 racial saving bonus throw against enchantment spells. So that's kind of cool. And then various places in living condition create subraces differing from their peers. They gain unique racial traits in exchange for losing some of the usual ones. And keen senses, dwarves, elves, we get some bonuses on perception. So perception is already one of my benefits for the kineticist, or yeah. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Half elf. I choose you. And then what? Gender, I think we'll stay with female. That's fine. Oh man, there's so much. Holy cow. Alright, so racial heritage. You are the usual exemplar of your race. So what does this give me? Half-elves receive skill focus as a bonus feat. Kind of cool. Dual heritage. Dual heritage half elf loses the adaptability and keen senses, but gain +2 racial bonus on will saving throws and elven magic. And then kindred raised loses keen senses, adaptability, and elven immunities, but gains +2 racial bonus to charisma. If I was playing a paladin, that'd be useful. I'm not sure, and I probably should find this out. I don't know what the spells are in this build, I guess, Kinesis. I don't know what they use for spellcasting. I know paladins use charisma. I don't know what kineticists used. I think I'll be able to find that out somehow, some way. I think we're gonna go. I like this. I like the traits that we get already, so I think I'm gonna stick with this here. So we get to choose here. We get to choose a bonus feat. Let me see. I do like skill focus perception. I think that's always really nice. Stealth is also good. Maybe even magic device. I mean, we're going to be using a magic device probably quite a bit because we're using our sword as a magical device. But I think perception is good. Mobility is good. Athletics is probably good as well. Let's go magic device. Yep, we didn't choose that. Okay. Let's go to next. Character still has undefined features. I don't know what that means. Oh, okay. So here we are. On the right side. How do I move that? I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what it did. I saw something on the right side move. Huh. Okay, I believe I've chosen it, so that's the racial heritage. Now we're going to the background selection. Where do I want to come from? Do I want to come from a warrior background or noble background, or just kind of a nobody? Now this usually gives us some bonuses. Very minimal. They're usually not that good. So acrobat gives you a proficiency in throwing axe. This one will give you dagger, punching dagger, and pickpocket. I want something that gives me proficiency in spears, scimitar, light armor, and potentially medium armor. That would be really nice. I wouldn't have to take a lot of penalties for that. I guess there's a mercenary with a long spear. Alright, so I have that. I think I did that already. Okay. Oh, adds use magic device in, to the list of their skills. If the character already has the class skill, weapon, proficiency, or armor, proficiency granted by the selected background from her to then the corresponding bonuses from the background change to a +1 competence bonus. That's kind of good. So if I already have it, which I do, I'll get +1. That might be the way to go. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I might go Scholar Arcane. I think I might do that. None. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go Scholar Arcane. Alright, cool. Next. Alright, now we build this. Build it. Alright. Now, where are my skills coming from? My spells, anyway. Alright, so Dex is already getting pumped. Is it Charisma? Let's see. Use magic device. Bards, paladins, gain a number of bonus spells. Alright. Probably not wisdom. This helps with saving throws. Intelligence, maybe? Alchemists, arcanists. Witches, magi, wizards. Yeah, see, this is what I'm not sure. Because I don't know if it's based off charisma or intelligence. Well, here's the deal. Okay. So dexterity is going to help against my base attack bonus and my AC, my armor class. So I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pump that to 2. Or +2 modifier. And I'm also going to need to hit a little bit. So I think I'm also going to pump that to where it's a +2 modifier. Now I am going to... I have to dump a couple of stats. Now, what I want to do is I want to dump whatever class skill I'm not going to use for casting spells. That's what I need to find out. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pause the game here. And I got to figure that out because otherwise I'm going to have a broken character. And I don't want to have a broken character. So give me 1 second. Okay, so... Made a couple of changes here. I've changed our skill focus to perception. I don't think we're going to need to use magic device. That is more for, you know, people like using wands or, you know, I don't think that's going to work for what we're doing. I also saw that Kinetic Knights are one of the most useless characters or builds, but whatever. Anyway, we're still sticking with that. I've also changed it to a leader. I'm thinking I'm going to go longsword, so a weapon proficiency for a longsword, and you know, buckler proficiency as well. So we're gonna go board and sword and board, whatever. And then I've distributed the points here. I've dumped charisma, and I essentially used those points to get the +1 in intelligence. I'm using some strength, and I've pumped up dexterity a little bit. My thought here is to basically get weapon finesse and use that base attack bonus. So what that does, instead of using strength for attacks, it's going to use my dexterity modifier. But I also want to be able to perhaps maybe eventually use heavier armor. So that's why my strength is up. But weapon finesse will, again, it'll use my dex mod. It also increases my AC, I think. Where does it show that? Does it show that on here? AC flat-footed, AC regular. Yeah, so it's increasing my AC from where it was, which is kind of right here, to 13, which is kind of a big deal. It also helps with my saving throws, and I think at some point I will get quite a number of attacks. So this is what I'm going with now. Oh, so it does actually show some stuff here. I did not know. I didn't know these things. You gotta tell to me. Oh, so this is where I can select my racial bonus, and I am going to keep that here. I'm going to keep that at there. And I think... Alright, so we get to allocate some skill points. So I think what makes the most sense is to really... what I always like to do is I always like to at least put 1 into perception, and then we do have magic device. That's okay. So it depends on charisma. So we've actually dumped that. So let's help that out a little bit, and then we're gonna help with some either athletics or mobility. Let's go with mobility. I'm not even. I guess it would be worth it to help with this. Just to get the +3 on persuasion. So just by putting this, we'll get... Oh, yeah. So we get the rank and a +3 bonus. Alright. I'll do that for now, and then I'll work on some of the other skill points. What else we got? Alright. As I've said, weapon finesse is definitely something we're going to want to do. With a light weapon, elven curved blade, S-stock rapier, made for creature your size. You may use dexterity modifier instead. Now, I think if I do this and also get... I don't know if it's here. Elven Spirit. No, there are a ton of feats here. I'm not going to go through all of them, but improvise. No. Martial weapon proficiency. So this would be just those there. I don't like those. I need a weapon proficiency in long sword. I'm trying to remember where that is or if that's even available. Toughness is kind of cool. It gives you some HP. But I only get one. So point blank shot. Do I really want that? No, I don't want that. Spell penetration is always good. We're going to go weapon finesse for now. Then probably after that we're going to go with combat reflexes. This is your standard warrior build. I could have sworn. Let me just read that again one more time. With a light weapon. See, that's the thing. An elven curved blade is stock or rapier made for a creature of your size category. You may use dexterity modifier instead of your strength on attack rolls. Can I see... No, I don't want to see that. I actually want to see this. You gain +2 on initiative with a light weapon. See, I don't know if this is going to work now. Hang on. Let me go back. Too far. Where was that? Right here. So it gives me the weapon proficiency. The problem is I don't think a longsword is a light weapon, so... so I'd be able to wield it without any penalties. It's just not a light weapon. Is it though? Can I see? Can I see? No, I can't. Yeah, I don't think a long sword. Maybe a short sword, not a long sword. Alright, I'm gonna make it so it makes sense. I do have weapon proficiency in rapiers, so I guess it doesn't matter. I'll just use that. Alright, we already did that. Yeah, we're gonna go weapon finesse. We'll use... whatever. We'll figure it out. That's what we're doing. Weapon finesse. We're gonna use our dex mod instead. Elemental focus. Fire. Like earth stuff. I'm gonna go with Kinesis because that is my name. Other than that, I don't really have a reason. Unless I can read some of this stuff. Oh, yeah. Damage resistance. Bludgeoning. Athletics and knowledge world. You receive the world by creating high-pitched noises. Ooh, nice. Did I pick it? I don't know if I did. I can't see it. Dang. Did I do it? There we go. Now I did it. Choose the deity. Bum, 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 bum. I haven't chosen an alignment, so I don't know if this matters right now. I guess this is kind of my alignment. Favored weapon, rapier. I guess that's what I'm going to kind of pay attention to. Great sword. If there's something that has, you know, rapier and longsword, that'd be great. So like this one. Short sword. I don't recall if this matters. Other than, you know, RP stuff, some, you know, role-playing stuff. Alright, looks like I'm going rapier then. Kinda sucks. Domains chaos, charm, knowledge. All right, we'll go with Callistria. All right, here's our alignment. So we can only, so that does narrow it down. I do like chaotic, so this is a chaotic. Nice. I'm gonna go chaotic neutral. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. All right, so we do get to do some customization. I'm like, I didn't think we were gonna be able to. I want to do some half elf. I want to do like the whitest skin. There we go. Eye color. Oh, scar. Ugh. Skin looks really bad. We'll go with a light scar. I don't want the God of War scar. I just want some light scarring. Right, eye color. We'll go green. That seems fine. What about hairstyle? I think the default is fine. There we go, that's fine. Hair color. Is there like white? Nice. That's perfect. War paint? Nah. Clothes color? The hell is it even changing? Pink. What is it changing? Oh, it's changing the war paint, which I don't even have on. All right. Yeah, that's fine. Go something that matches. There we go. Can't change the pants. Where's the pants? All right, now we get a voiceover options here.
The road calls me. I'll take the bait.
Kind of don't mind that.
Strike with all your might.
Yeah, too much.
Just a little more.
My skills exceed yours.
Let's move already.
Unexpected outcome.
The spell's not working. That's your luck's run out.
I like
see
Bad
your
Woman.
Entrails, please. I did it. Wherever my legs carry me.
Okay, I'm cool with that. Name. Can I do randomized name? All right, let's see what we got. Alicia, Elsbeth, Emmeline, Elsbeth. They really like that one. Lealda. Oh, really randomizing these, huh? I'm getting like the same ones here. Is Lana? Is that an elven name? I don't know. Kiana? Medella? Okay, this is what they want, so we'll just, let's just go with that. I don't know. We're born in the winter. There we go. That works for me. And then...
Let's shred them.
this is our character. Kinetic Knight. Boy. There's a lot going on here. Coup de grace. Oh, I do have coup de grace. Nice. So coup de grace is pretty cool. So if I have a party member that can put people to sleep or anything like that, I can just go up to them and really hurt them. Put a bad hurting on them. Fight defensively, acrobatics, gather power, kinetic blade. You form a weapon using your kinetic abilities. You create a non-reach light or one-handed weapon. Okay, well, we'll figure this out. we're gonna work through this. I was kind of I was thinking about it a lot, but apparently I really underestimated the customization here. This is kind of a lot. And unfortunately, that is going to do it for this episode, and it's really just character building. But there's a lot here for Elsbeth. She's got 12 HP. What's her AC? Or AC 13. Some pretty decent saves right out the get-go. She's really strong. She's really hardy. She's not so charismatic. She is kind of an evil character. She's kind of mobile. Very cool. So yeah, that's it. Please, actually, let's see what we get right out of the get-go here. No, we won't. I'm going to stop it right here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And continue on the next episode where we get to see where Elsbeth gets to, where her ventures take her. Goodbye.